Hey, Melissa. Hey, Lorraine. Thanks for joining me. I'm so excited. Been kind of looking forward to this all week. So, anyway, getting ready to do some Easter doodles. So, can we wait for a couple minutes to let some other people jump on? And so, how's the weather with you guys today? And what are you guys doing for Easter? Maybe that's too much to type quick, but tell me how you guys are doing. Hey, Joan. All right. Valerie, okay. Yeah, grab a pen. So, yeah, so I was just gonna kind of talk about the remote random acts of kindness, kind of show you some projects I've started. And then towards the end, we're just gonna actually do some Easter doodles. So that was kind of my vision today. And just entertain any questions you guys have along the way. Go from there. So Lorraine's doing okay today. Melissa's staying home. Joan says it's cloudy. Oh, let's see, put me back down there. Probably gonna rain. So staying home for Easter. So are we. That's crazy. So it's cold in Indiana. It is so here in St. Louis it's chilly. So it's supposed to get up to 60, but I'm not sure that it's gonna happen. So anyway, so while we're waiting, I'm going to change my screens. And so we've got several people doing the 100-day project. So it's this, oh, there we go, 100-day project, right? Got a couple stickers I'm going to be mailing out. Um, and so I think Melissa, hang on, there's the screen. So Melissa is Marissa. Look, and she's doing some amazing doodles. Isn't that awesome? And then Richard is doing, I think Richard lives New Zealand, Australia, so he's probably sleeping. But he is doing some daily illustrations from Annie Fatalon. I don't know if I said that right, but she's the lady that illustrated one of the Bibles, and I forget which one it is, but her line drawings are really, really simple. Just exactly what we were doing. Just kind of keep it simple, so you kind of see some cattle up there on the hill, and you definitely got a hill going on. I guess Jesus is preaching, so that's what's going on there. Anyway, so here's another one of his 100-day projects. So anyway, I think there's 6 or 7 of you, so I'm really excited to be that you guys are hanging with me doing this. So I just thought I would show you what I've been doing so far. Let me bring it up the right. Nope, that's. You have all this pre-positioned and you think you got everything going right, but not so much. It's got to be right here. I just had it up. Ah, there it is. So, all right. So here's my first 3 days. So basically, I decided to do a doodle or take a theme and do at least 10 icons a day based on that theme. And theme could be anything. So I'm not gonna, had I thought about it, I thought I should maybe have gone back and done like a Bible book a day. There's only 66. But I could come up with some extra pages for Genesis. Um, so just, so anyway, what I decided to do was I found this site, holidays and calendar, and then I found this site, timeanddate.com, that just had some kind of unusual holidays. So zipping down so it's sibling day, so I probably should have done something for my siblings today, but I did not. So so I don't know where I got World Craft Day, but that was not from that site. It must have been from this site. So April 7th, National Coffee Cake Day. It's been a long time since I've had a coffee cake. All right, but it's National Craft Day. Somehow I found it on one of these calendars. So that's sort of my inspiration of like, gee, I don't know. There's so many choices of icons to draw. I don't know what to draw. So I decided I'll try that. And so this is day one as I did all kinds of crafts like little pom-poms and knitting and macrame and journaling. You can't live without a glue gun. And how many times we burned our fingers, I didn't even want to know. So making beads and such. So I just kind of came up with some basic crafts. And day two was Love Your Zoo Day. So the St. Louis Zoo, if you haven't been to the St. Louis Zoo, you got to go to the St. Louis Zoo. It's a pretty amazing zoo. Has a big sign out front, big sculpture of the zoo that looks like that. So that's where that came from. And then some of my very simple zoo animals. And day three was candy. I don't know why it chose me to pick candy, but I did. So I picked candy. And although I think my little chocolate bar needs a little work down there. And then number four is it's National Farm Animal Day. So I guess, hug a cow. And so they're very simple. There's my tractor, my fence, my scarecrow. So very simple farm animals. So next time I need to sketch note something about farm animals, at least I've got a few more icons under my belt and I should be able to sketch along because the whole purpose of why we're doing this is to be able to have an inventory or, we're increasing our visual vocabulary so we can grab it at the ready when we need to sketch note various types of things. So we just kind of keep our things very simple and go from there. So that's what I've been doing for the 100-day project, and so I will continue to choose random things and post those. So I thought I'd give you guys a little preview. And anyway, back to me. All right, there we go. There we go. Now back to me. So so let me go back. All right, so let me catch up some of those comments. Yeah, working home from day. Hey, Bridget, how are you? Long time no see. Oh, Bev loves the St. Louis Zoo. Yeah. So hopefully we get things rescheduled, Bev, and we'll get to actually meet one of these days. So that'd be lovely. So, all right. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was I wanted to talk about back to. All right. Let's see. I've got all this camera switching thing going on, but it's not flowing quite yet. But I'll get it all figured out. So I'm going to talk about the April challenge, the Hebrews 3:13 challenge, which is Hebrews 3:13 is encourage one another daily. So, but we have to be remote about our random acts of kindness, right? Can't go up and all us huggers are having withdrawal, right? So anyway, so I just wanted to share some things that I've been doing. And so here's my remote sheet. And I just can't wait to see what you guys have been coming up with. So far, I'm a little behind, been working on blog posts. So the first thing I did, let's see, back. Oop. How about that? There we go. So I just came up with a spread. I don't really want to adjust that too much. So this is my life journal. So this is my grace book that I call it. So I just document God's blessings. And I thought I'd do a book a year, but really I started this in 2019 or early 2019. And you can see I'm really far behind on my index. And I've still got lots of pages to finish, but, just document fun things that happened. And, okay, maybe I'm a little... There was our prayer night that we did the other night. But my COVID sheets, I just thought it'd be such an interesting, we're living in history. So I'm just kind of documenting things going on, like we're all wearing masks. I'm wearing a mask at the grocery store. I hope you guys are wearing a mask at the grocery store. So, anyway, so this is then my sheet that I'm going to go ahead and fill up. So I sent out some Easter cards, so I'll show you those. And then I'm just going to finish filling up the cards, my page with more things that I do. So I'm thinking maybe do a Facebook Live every other week and just maybe see how that goes. Unless you guys want one every week, tell me what you think. Yeah, Karen missing our hugs. So anyway, so we'll figure that out. So, but I wanted to show you. So I know Lorraine is like way up on the learning curve, but I'm sending out my Easter cards today, and I realized that um, two things that I probably should have done this outside in gray so it doesn't show up. But if you fold it in half and then cut it out, then your eggs are identical. In case your scissor has a little boop on one side, well, I guess if that happens while you do it, you cut it out. But anyway, so I ended up cutting out, and I'm just cutting on the inside of this black line. And so these are my Easter cards that I came up with. So I just found these cute little bunnies. So how simple are they? So anyway, and then you just open it up, you get a little happy Easter. So maybe mailing out my Easter cards a little bit later today. So these are my notes down here at the bottom. So anyway, so, but just how simple is that? So we can add these to the things that we can draw. So, but those are my little Easter cards I'm going to mail out. And let's see. And so basically what we've got is a box. And then we're just drawing the ears and then the face. And so I have all kinds of different little faces. I've got glasses and sleeping, and that almost looks like a puppy dog. I think maybe I need to make the ears longer. I think the ears need to come down below the head. Anyway, but I still think they're cute cards. And then I just had, I love this little markers. They're of course, where's paper when you need it? There we go. It could be a brush marker, or it's a really way to add a lot of color quickly, you know, so. So you can use it as a brush marker or just color in very quickly. So, and they do stick together, but I'm not really sure the purpose of that, because it's, of course, the one you want when you stick it together is always in the middle. So I don't. All right. And then the heart. I did the heart card. So I know Lorraine also did the heart card. So I just wanted to show you. So basically, I had some darker index stock, so I went ahead and used that. But then it was really hard to see where my dotted lines were on the inside of where I'm supposed to fold it. So that's the downside of using a dark card. But so this is the 8.5 by 11. So I also have another template out there so you can do a 12 by 12, so you can actually get a decent sized card, because this is what happens. So basically we're going to fold this, and this is going to end up being the top flap. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold. We're going to find the middle of that. Well, hopefully we're going to use the dotted line. We're going to just fold in the middle, and we're going to fold it towards the center. Okay? And then we're going to fold this up this way, right, to create the bottom of the envelope. And then we're going to fold that down. And that gives us the envelope. But that's a tiny envelope. What is that, like probably 2.5 by 3.5 inches, maybe 4 inches. So it's a tiny little letter. So I don't even know if I could mail something that small. I don't know. But a fun card when you open it up, because basically you wouldn't really even need to put anything in it. You could just write on the envelope, and how delightful that would be to get. Okay, you guys know my address. If you want to send me stuff, that'd be great. You could send me a little heart card. So anyway, so I'm thinking maybe if you used a piece of 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper, that might be just better than this tiny little card, unless you want to write a tiny little note. So, all right, let's see. Oh yeah. Oh, Elizabeth, hey, welcome. And your boys are joining in too. Oh, good. Get your pencil, your paper, and we're gonna just jump in here pretty quick and get things going. And oh, and yeah, Lorraine, she just went to town with everything. So if you look at her posts, she did the heart cards, she did the egg cards, and so and actually I think yeah, that's right. She did the larger ones, and then she kind of made a retreat packet. So she put fun things inside. So when you open it up, then there's notes, and she does very cool things with nails, fingernails, and like put things on her fingernails. And so she made one for, I think, everybody, all the women at her church, something like that. So if you could maybe type something quick, Lorraine, that'd be great. If not, that's okay. But she definitely did post something about it, so that's pretty fun. All right. So how do I come up with all my icons? That was kind of a question I've had. So I just thought maybe I'd share my process. And I just thought we're just going to do Easter doodles. And so what I did was I just came up with a list. Instead of taking up time, I kind of came up with a list of, and so to get started, I'm going to use, this is what I'm going to use. So this is, and maybe that. So I'm going to use just a regular pencil. This is a Uniball. I like this because the ink is permanent. Although I also have a Sharpie pen, so you don't need this many pens. And then I might use this Sharpie just to do a thicker line. And then this is a piece of kneaded eraser, so it's like one of those little gray square erasers, and I just tear off a little bit because I'm constantly losing them. So I just trying to keep one handy at the end of my desk. So that's what I'll be using, and just regular paper. And actually, I'm probably going to use index cards or large index cards today, but that's okay. So I just brainstormed a list, and so tell me if you think of more things that we could doodle. So a cross, or 3 crosses on the hill, cross with a drape, you know, the drape over it. So we could do something like that. You know, the curtain fell, sorry, it didn't fall. It was torn when Jesus died. We could do the Easter Sunday morning. We could do the tomb and roll away the stone. And so are there more that I forgot that are based on Easter and the cross? Let's see. So Lorraine, just to go back to the heart, says she put a sample sets to hand out nail samples in a mini file, alcohol wipe, and a business card tucked inside, used as act of kindness on the outside. Oh, that's awesome. That's a great thing, Lorraine. Thanks for that. So, all right. So are there any other icons that we might want to draw for Easter specifically, and then other related things, or obviously a bunny and an Easter basket, Easter eggs, carrot, chick, a lamb, a butterfly, a tulip, a bee, a ladybug, and a palm leaf. Palm leaf, you know, thinking about Palm Sunday. So, oh, a lily. Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for a lily, but we could try it. Yes, maybe a lily icon, Jenny. That'd be great. We will try it. All right, on the fly. Ooh, I didn't think of that one. All right, so I'm going to let that be that to the last. So, all right, do we have your pens, pencils ready to go? So some of these I think it'd be easier to just sketch and pencil first and then go back over. So, all right, I give you a sneak peek. Okay, don't tell anybody, but I have my Easter Sunday icon done because to be prepared for this. So this is my icon page, but don't tell anybody you're going to see it. You got to see it early. So I did an Easter banner, and then did some of it. So basically I did all the icons that we talked about. So now I'm going to figure out how to put a lily on this page. But so this is where I'm going. So, all right. So let's start out with, obviously we can just, let's do the 3 crosses on a hill. So we're just going to do a half circle. All right. All right. So I'm seeing weird things on my screen. Hey, Renee. So a crown of thorns. Great. Another great one. That one I think I can do. Just want to make sure and get them all. All right. So, all right. So we're going to start with a half circle. We're going to do the 3 crosses. And so we're going to make the cross in the middle the largest. And then I'm just going to make them down the hill and make them smaller. And so that, you know, in case you have sermon, whether it talk about the thief on the cross, the good thief and the bad thief. So there's a way to do that. So, all right. And then the next one, I'm going to use my pencil and I'm going to do the drape here. I'm going to do this one right here. So the way that I'm going to start is I'm going to just go ahead and use my pencil and I'm going to draw this shape here. So it's kind of 3 half circles connected. So it's kind of a wavy line. That's what we've got going here. All right. And then I'm going to come up and I'm going to and so the reason I'm doing it in pencils because when we actually get the cross in, we might have to adjust this a little bit, but I'm going to create the drape and then I'm going to draw in the cross. So I'm going to draw in the crossbar that way and then a downwards cross this way. All right. So you can see this one's probably going to be okay, except maybe we want that to be a little more rounded, which is why we love pencil, right? And then this one, maybe I need to make my cross a little longer. And then I'm just going to bring this down. And then we're just going to bring down 3 lines, and then I'm going to connect it with an S. Well, let's do that. Okay, so let me just show you draping really quick. So if we just make an S like that, so I know it's not connected to anything, but when we, well, start bringing our, you know, we can kind of color in the back a little bit. So you can kind of see you're just starting with an S and then we're just kind of connecting to the front. Or maybe I should do it this way. So see, I'm just making a bunch of S's. And then, so this is maybe the edge of a table or a dress. So you can kind of see. So at the point, we're drawing a line up, and then at this point here, we're drawing another line there. And so when we fill that in, and color that like that, so we're kind of closing the thing, we're creating that 3-dimensional thought of a drape. So then we can kind of color that in to kind of make more drapes. So I've kind of done the same thing here. To just kind of keep that in, and then I'm going to do the same thing here. I made this a little too long, so I'm going to draw my 3 lines. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's draw that S and then fill it in this way. Let's just bring our lines down. So again, my crosses. So this should be more like down here, right? And then we can just ink it in. So that's going to kind of give us, maybe I can fix this. All right, you can ink it in, and now you know how to do a drape. All right, that's a little messy, but you know what? First time we draw an icon, it's messy. The 100th time we draw an icon, it's going to look good. So practice makes perfect. So then we can erase. Let's see if I can salvage this at all. All right, so there's my cross. And if you wanted to give the cross a little depth, you could just draw little lines here to add a little depth to give it that 3 dimensions. So, all right, not the best cross with a drape. I think I did a better job here. So, all right, so I'll flip it over. And the crown of thorns, I think, would be really easy. So basically, I'm just going to draw maybe 3 circles, kind of like maybe 4, something like that. So I'm just going to kind of overlap. Maybe 2 would be cleaner. And then you're just going to so crown of thorn is basically a circle and a bunch of triangles. And you put them at different angles and on different sides. So some of them are coming in, some of them are coming out, like that. All right. So, and maybe add, I think, a third one. So, all right. So there's our crown of thorns. I think if you wanted to do the torn curtain, you're just going to do a straight line and a wavy line, and then you're going to do another straight line and a wavy line. So there's our curtain that's torn. We're just going to bring this down and finish. I'm not going to put any, you could put any drapes in here to kind of show some movement, but I'm not going to do that. And then we're just going to draw the curtain rod. And always put a little, I don't know why I always put a little, there's always doodads on the end of the curtain rod. So, all right, so there's the curtain that's torn. All right. Let's see what else. Oh, let's do the tomb. Oh, I also did the Last Supper. That's another one on my list. Make sure I get everything. And that's simply, we're going to do a chalice. So basically, right there, we're going to do the chalice and the bread. So we're going to come here, and so a chalice is a flat circle, oval. And then we're going to draw another half circle. And then I'm going to draw kind of 2 arcs out and a straight line, and we have the chalice. And the loaf of bread is simply an oval. And then we're going to make some hash marks on top to kind of show a little depth here. That, you know, so we've got the bread rising and the cuts on the top. So do a fish on the chalice. All right. All right, and then let's do the tomb. All right, we're getting to 29 minutes, so I don't want to take up too much of your time. So, and this will be recorded, so you can always watch it as a playback. So, all right, let's do the tomb real quick. So we're going to start with a big half circle, and then I'm going to draw a full circle because there's the rock. And then I'm going to close my half circle, okay? And then in the middle of the rock, I'm going to draw another half circle. And then I'm going to start coloring that in because we know the tomb's all dark and empty, right? And then if you want to draw the sun, all right, and then have a little vacant sign outside. There you go. So I just made this line a little darker just to kind of indicate some depth here, that this wasn't a flat piece of wood. It actually had some depth to it. You can do the same thing with the underneath of the sign. Just give it a little depth. But anyway, but in your sketchnote, you may not have time to do that. You may just have time to just get the basic image down, and you can always go back and add later. But if not, you can just finish. All right. All right. I think that's all the Easter icons, and so let's maybe do some bunnies. So the bunnies I did on my card were really simple. They were just kind of a square head, or you kind of make it a rounder head. Either way, I think these are basically supposed to be like stuffed bunnies, bunny dolls, right? And so the first thing, let's just do simple ears. So we're going to flare out at the top and come back in, kind of try and make those symmetrical. And if you don't, that's totally fine. And then the eyes are very simple, just little dots. And the nose, I kind of made a little oval, draw a line down. Okay, and then added 3 whiskers. If I wanted to make the ears flop over, I'm going to make that kind of an angle. And then I'm going to come back in, but not close it all the way. And then to create the fold, see this line? This line overlaps here. See that spot right there? So that overlaps. And then you got that straight line down. So I'll do it again. So you're going to make an L. And then I'm going to come back in, but I'm not going to close my line. I'm going to draw a little line up there to kind of create, so it kind of shows we've got a fold going on. And so we'll make this a cute little bunny that's sleeping. All right, and then if I had a pink, just give a little color under the cheek. So very minimal, simple, simple, simple. All right. For the next bunny, I'm going to draw a picture of a bunny looking forward. So we're going to draw the back of a bunny. So I'm going to start with my pencil. And I'm going to draw a circle and another circle. Nope. I think my ears are going to get into those bunnies, but that's okay. All right. So there's my 2 circles, just to kind of give it the shape of what we're looking for. All right. So now I'm going to come and I'm going to draw the little bunny tail first. Okay. And then I'm going to come down and I'm going to draw a half a line here, but I'm not going to go all the way down because I'm going to leave some room for his feet. So something like that. Let me do that again on the other side. So I'm going to come down and do half a line, but I'm going to come out and kind of do his feet in the front, a little bit like that. Okay. And then I'm going to start my next circle, and I can, but I'm not going to close it because I'm going to make ears. All right. Probably you should have left a little more space, and then I'm going to close the space between those. And now you've got a bunny looking forward. Really easy bunny to draw. You don't have to worry about the face. Go from there. All right. So obviously Easter eggs are very simple. So they're going to get a little bigger at the bottom and a little more narrow at the top. And keep your patterns really simple. You could just do lines. You could do a row of circles. And some more lines. Some other patterns you might want to use. You could use the S curve. You could use a row of triangles. You could you could do a polka dot egg. This would be really, especially if you had a big marker to color it in. So you could do just little half circles because all your polka dots are not. So it's another way to do eggs. So let's do a basket. So a basket, again, I'm going to start with a pencil, and I'm going to draw another flat oval, right? And then another half circle underneath. I'm going to do another half circle. See how easy these things are? They were just half circles, little triangle, little this, little that. We've got everything. So there's the basics of our basket. And then if you want, you can place your eggs in here. And obviously, when we just do some lines, so obviously this egg isn't full because it's stopped by these two eggs, so that gives the impression that this egg is in the back, right? So you can just put as many eggs in there as you want, right? So then let's ink it in. So I'm going to start with the eggs. Well, actually I'm going to start with this line right here. And then kind of finish up my eggs. And then I'm going to do my basket handle. And you could, if you wanted, I guess we could do a bow real quick. So if I wanted to put a bow there, I guess I should have thought about that before I drew that line, right? So there's the advantage of drawing in pencil first. And then if you wanted to indicate that the basket was woven, all right, so now I'm going to go finish up my eggs. So those little half eggs kind of indicate that my basket is full. And then I'm going to finish up the front of my basket. And if I wanted to, I could do a basket weave. So that pattern is very simple. It's one I use a lot. So it's like 4 lines down, 4 lines across. And then you switch them on the next row. And then you don't have to worry about lines intersecting and going, some going over, some going under. So I'm not going to take the time to do this whole thing right now. But filling that in, you get the gist that it's an Easter basket. All right? So what else? All right, I'm just going to take a couple more minutes and draw some. We got to draw the chick. Can't forget the chick. So, all right. So basically, we're going to draw a very shallow half circle. Like that. So there's the bottom of our egg. And then we're going to do some triangles, do a zigzag to kind of indicate that our egg is cracked, right? And then we're going to draw the chick, which is just another half circle. All right. And then, okay, I know baby chicks don't have that little doodad on the top of their head, but I'm going to go ahead and put it on there. And then put a little eyes, a little triangle. And I'm just going to go ahead and add a little smile. And then little wings. And there's your chick. And then if you wanted to, you could decorate that like an Easter egg. And then you got your baby chick. Make that. And obviously if you're using color, it's just going to make that even better. You're using yellow, something like that. All right, carrot, very simple. Basically, we're just drawing a triangle, and I'm closing my triangle, and then I'm just going to draw some squiggly lines to kind of create some some leaves, and then I put a little lines on my carrots, and you know it's a carrot. A tulip is really simple, so I'm going to draw a half circle or a U, and then I'm going to take one line and I'm going to bring it all the way over, and I'm going to just then make a triangle out of that, bring the other line to intersect. Going to draw another triangle, draw my stem, and then I'm going to draw, you could put it in the ground, but I'm going to put mine in a pot. And then you could just draw your leaves, and there's your tulip. All right, how about a lamb? I think we've drawn lambs before. We'll do another quick one, and then we'll try the lily. All right. Oh, can you move the paper up a little? Sorry, how about that? Yes. Thanks, Elizabeth. Sorry. All right, is that better? So, all right, we will do a lamb. A lamb is a U. And so I'm going to draw a U and the two little ears. Looks like little leaves. And then I'm just going to come in with some that kind of pattern, right? Something like that. And there's my lamb, right? And then I'm simply just going to do little half circles. And then my legs are just little music notes. So, or, you know, if you wanted, you could do more if I wanted to give them a little more substantial. So the two legs in the middle are shorter than the legs in the back to kind of give it some, and then kind of create some texture. And there's your got a lamb. All right, I think we're about wrapping up. So a lily. So I think if I was going to do a lily, I'd come over here and do something like that. And then, all right, so I'm just winging this one. So obviously I need to practice a lily. I think that needs a lot of work. So, okay, Jenny, I owe you a lily. We'll work on that. So, all right, guys. Hey, Ann, thanks for joining. So we're wrapping up here, but this will be available. All right, so I'm just, okay, the more I work on this lily, it's just, it needs help. So, all right, but I know we basically going to start with a circle. All right, so we're going to leave the lily for now, and I owe you a lily. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for joining me, and maybe I will see you in 2 weeks, and we will do this again. So I've got some more fun things to planned out for April, and we will maybe do another project together. So stay tuned, and thanks for joining me. I hope you guys have an amazing Easter. Reach out to people that might be by themselves, and invite somebody to church. Oh, the other thing I wanted you to do is, I wanted to forget that. I will post a link, but post your church's link. And, because there may be some people in our group that don't have a place to go to church. So I'm going to post our link, and I'm just going to pick somebody at random, and I'm going to sketch note another Easter service. So, and I don't know who that's going to be or what I'm going to do, but just post it, and then I'll post a couple of, I know I'm going to do our churches on Sunday, and then I'll try and get another church done as well. So might be your churches, and maybe you could share that with your pastor. So, all right. So, all right. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will let you guys know when the next one's going to be. If you like this Friday afternoon thing, I'll probably do it again. Maybe not this week, or but the week, like looking at my calendar, maybe on the 24th. So stay tuned, and we'll make sure that that work day works. And in the meantime, please, shoot me an email. Tell me what other things you'd like me to do, and we'll go from there. But I think the next one we'll probably do is maybe do a whole page doodle and add some color and do a verse. So, all right. Thanks so much, guys, and I will see you next time.